Hello everyone, this is Clossi, and we are back with game number 4 of the 2022 Go Congress. I'm 0-3. I've lost 3 games in a row. I've punched a tree. I'm getting increasingly frustrated. Don't punch trees. It hurts a lot and it's very bad for you, and I almost broke my hand. Normally you would take a break, but I couldn't do that because I had another game. Alright, so we are at game 4 and I'm white, and I did feel a lot better going into this game. I thought I would be playing a 1-don, but this was actually a 2-don. Funnily enough, this is actually a 2-don that I played in the Midwest Open, and I'd actually beaten them, giving them 2 stones. If I lose now, I'm just like really underperforming compared to what I was. At this point, I don't care if I lose. I just don't want to play horribly. I had been overthinking a lot. So I just played some basic shapes, basic moves. I played the Tiger's Mouth here because I'm actually aiming at this, or maybe making this exchange into Nikki in order to reduce the Shamari. This idea is that if I go here, black has a 3-space extension, but if it's like this, then black only has a 2-space extension, so just a little bit more flexible against the Shamari, is my thinking. So black ignored, probably because I think if black doesn't, you actually have this peep right here, and then white can do whatever they want, so probably felt that that was too heavy. So I went for my points lever ideas, just making points, and now my opponent attacked, so I went ahead and defended, and then my opponent ignored. And now we start to see a little bit of a problem in black's game, that black keeps ignoring things. Black has ignored once, twice, 3.5, basically. 3.5 times black is ignored, so I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to stay solid and look for a timing, and here I thought was a good timing to get this exchange in, because he didn't respond in the corner, and then I took the base. Black can't take a base right here, but as soon as he takes the base, then I'll make a base while taking this base, so I thought it was a decent combination. And so black went here, and instead of playing passive and just fixing, I said, okay, I only have 1 weak group. Black has several, so I should be able to handle a fight. And I didn't really worry about reading it perfectly and reading it very deep. I just said, hey, just take into the status of the groups, I should be okay. And so I try not to overread it. I try to just say, hey, this is following the basics. And actually cut right here, and then my opponent connected, and I played right here. So here I probably could have read a little bit more, but considering my reading prior to the week, I decided to just trust my instincts, and I think it worked out quite a bit. I think if I had read, though, I would have noticed, I would have seen that this corner is a little bit more in danger than I expected. But even if I fix it, my opponent gets a lot of forcing moves on the outside, which I probably don't like. So ironically, this is actually the better move than fixing, but I didn't know exactly why. I just trusted my instincts and trusted my reading. And if I had read it, I would have realized, hey, I'm almost dead, and I might have fixed, which is passive. I'm trying to rely more on my instincts in this game, and I think it actually served me quite well. So here I actually thought, oh, I'm probably dead. I was like, this is the best resistance, though. Let's just see what happens. Even if I lose, I don't care. It's actually handling being almost dead a lot better, simply because I'm like, just play, all right? Just play, don't stress, just play. Do your best. If you die, whatever. And then I ended up solving the life and death and actually living in the corner. By living, black is dead. So I'm actually up by quite a bit of points here. Black actually misplayed, though. Black should have peeped, and then this would have been more of a capture race, I believe. And I think I actually might be dead here. I'm not sure. It was actually quite a lot of reading. But instead of overreading, I just played the best move that I could come up with on my turn. It was black's the one who made the mistake, and then I just lived. So I felt that, okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. And now I'm actually up by 20 points. I think I just played the strongest shape that I could find, and it ended up working out. So here, I know I'm ahead, so I just go in and play some normal shapes. I did check the ladder, and I have the ladder here, so I went ahead and played the Joseki. So here I just start playing a bit of a solid game because I know I'm up, but also trying not to be too passive. Went ahead and fixed my ladder. My opponent played here, so here I'm just making sure this group doesn't die because it's what's keeping black dead here and also attacking these 2 stones. So I just apply cautious reading. So I'm not doing like super deep reading, like what's the end result going to be. I'm just like, okay, what are my options for defense, and let's just play defense. And that's what I did here, and was able to cut through here and actually defended myself quite well by not overreading. So I think I definitely have a bad habit of overreading. So I actually thought I played quite well there. And then black here, I noticed black is aiming for the center, which I think is a pretty good plan. So I might have taken a little bit of an unnecessary risk, but I trusted that I would be able to survive. So here I focus on defending the group that is reducing the center, and I said, hey, there's plenty of room in Aji over here to live and down here. So instead of reading out exactly how to live, I just said, okay, let's weigh the Aji and the forcing moves, weigh the Aji and the forcing moves, and then trust that I will be able to handle it. And that's what I did here. So as I walk out, I'm very close to death, actually, which is really scary, but I try to handle it. And here I'm just getting my forcing moves, which gives me some Aji right there for later. And I just keep going and read, just trust my reading, and then just activate the Aji in the most efficient way that I can. And I was able to make life, because if black goes here, I make the eye. If black goes here, then I cut the stone. So I was actually able to come up with life in a little bit of a difficult scenario by trusting myself. Now, I did try to see the Aji in advance, so I did see that there was a lot of potential for life. So it's not like I didn't read it all, but I tried to not put myself under the pressure of solve the entire life and death problem when it's like a 20-30 move sequence, which ideally I would, but that is not a skill that I have at the moment. So I tried to accept that about myself, and I think I handled it quite well and was able to survive with the group and pretty much seal my victory. Black tried to find some Aji there, which looked scary and interesting, but didn't quite work. And then here I'm just going to bully the center, because if I bully the center, then black loses their last chance to win the game, because I'm up by a lot of territory. So black doesn't get a lot of territory in the center, I just win. So I'm playing solid. I'm watching my cutting points and forcing moves. Just getting what I can, getting what value I can. This is a misclick. My wife was recording the game, so this is definitely the wrong move. I definitely went here, here, here. Oh, sorry. Here. Which looks like she just missaw the order, but it's fine. I'm appreciative to even have the game record, and she was able to help me live stream this, so I'm very happy that she was willing to help out at all. So she did her best, and I think it's okay. I think we were playing it quite fast as well. So like one glance down to play a move, and we had played like 3 or 4 moves. So here I think black ends up trying to kill me at some point. So I break into the center quite a bit, and at this point I'm like, okay, as long as I'm cautious, I should be able to win this game. The game should be like mine, and I just play cautiously. And then here I'm watching the eyes actually quite closely, because this looks like a lot of space, but it actually is quite close to one eye. But I kept my connection, and my second eye is me eye, so I felt okay to go ahead and just kill the last bit of Aji over here, because there was some Aji and I wasn't 100%, so I went ahead and just killed all of that Aji, because potential endgame Aji, so I went ahead and just took all that away. And then I just went up here and made life, and tried to make life in the most territorially efficient way possible. My opponent did try to go for the kill, but I had read this several times over and was confident I was alive. And then I lived, and I believe the game ended shortly. Yeah, so black tried one more thing over here, and just for the co, and just didn't work. And there was nothing left, so they resigned. Finally, I played a game where I won. It was a little risky at times. Like this one was slightly risky. This one was slightly risky, but I trusted my instincts and was able to wiggle my way out of it. So yeah, that was game 4. From there, we only have 1 game left. My record now is 1 win, 3 losses. From here, I will go forward into the next game, and let's see how I do.